to show. Something private to my address. I'm not going to show. I've removed that first. I'm doing a second one. Let's let this message to my friend. I shouldn't have showed what I showed in the stream. I forgot to cover it up. I had my telephone number in the screen that's on my son. This one back up again. Sometime Tuesday. I don't think any of my Aussie viewers will tune this out. I'll be surprised they do. I'm meeting one of my friends in the UK. Jimmy on YouTube. Doing miles with his channel name's called. So that's on that on YouTube. Just gonna check something, come back. Well, I'm coming on the live stream now. I just muted the mic for him, so I had to do a few things. I prepared something on the live stream I didn't want to show on the last video. But I don't think Andy Shed will watch this. But the thing I have to explain, the way to tell, the thing I'm going to tell you with 746s, this one here, what you thought is a clone, is not actually a clone. Some 746s in between 19, this goes to 706 as well. This one here was originally on a PAX system where you had to dial the out and 90 on the outside line, but this is a 746L. A lot of people get confused if these are clones or not, but the clone ones, this is not a clone because clones don't have a logo like that. I've seen Ericsson ones. Ericsson ones have logos like that. And GEC ones have similar to that, or GEC logo. There's one on Aussie eBay right now. I'm thinking of buying actually. I'd buy it now, to be honest. I will be doing much more better YouTube videos. I don't think anyone's on there because I don't see anyone on. Melbourne right now is actually quite easy to go out and transport. Earlier this year, but the year we just went in 2021, it was absolute pain to go out for train spotting. Like, I'd get the travel permits to go out. I don't have them anymore. I don't really need them. I've got rid of them. Hey, Victor and Rao, who's on. This is not going to be anything to do with trains. I will mention that, but we'll show you something we probably already seen. My mum sent it in the Instagram, but we'll show you this. A quick question, Hayden. Is the mic working? Because you're on the other. The mic was not working off that computer. I won't show you thing. Hope my friend Jimmy tunes in because he's in UK. He will like this. But hey, Big Time Rao, if you can hear me, please tell me because I had a problem getting the stream going with the mic. I'm using my mum's iPhone. Good. Now I will show you a secret. I'm not going to be doing. This is what I got the other day. I've been working ever since on it. Westinghouse Searchlight. Yeah, Westinghouse Searchlight. It's 100% working. I don't have the internet at the moment. This one is not rusted. I was able to get the bracket off, not like destroying the bracket to get it off this one because I had to cut the hinge pins off. So I had to cut the hinge pins off to get them out. Now, just be very, if you're ever going to get one of these, Hayden, just be very, very cautious with these when you get them where you stick your hands because twice in a row this happened to me. I have found like redbacks in here, in these things here, and there was one in this signal, not a big one, this a tiny little one in here. You can see where the spider webs are, where I had it was still there, and there was one in this signal here. Now, lucky enough, I noticed it the day I bought the signal. I got the signal delivered, and like I noticed it was there before I started cutting because if I was going to touch where the spider actually was, but like I noticed before I touched anywhere. So if you get one of these before being into the home, put it outside, outside your home, spray it with bug spray, completely spray it, the whole thing, because I do get spiders in, and I know I've had redbacks and trials of these. I actually show you the bracket of this, to be honest. I do have the bracket for that still. That's the bracket for the Mackenzie and Holland one. You can see how I've had to remove the hinge pins and get it off. Now, I will tell you this, you will not be able to lift these up. They're actually pains to lift up. They're very, very heavy. I almost did my back in twice carrying these up because they're very heavy. And they're pretty good searchlights. Once they're refurbished, like this one had to be panel beated and all to get the dents out of it. Like, you can see right here where it's all curved because I was panel beating this ever since. That's General Signals lens on it. I believe they were imported, and I've got more to if they are imported because this one that's not a Westinghouse. That's a General Signals. Now, because you got Thomas Hayden, this room is actually been painted in Thomas Tank Engine Blue. I did it all myself, to be honest. Except this wall, I haven't painted it yet. I thought I'll just leave it because I painted this room up in Thomas Tank Engine Blue. How I got the colour, very simple. Just take this down to the Bunnings, let them laser take this with their laser gun in the store, what copies paint, and get the amount of tins, and you can paint the room. It took me about an hour to get this painted, to be honest. Now, the best idea is wear like an old costume or something, or get an overhaul, paint ovals. Wear some old clothes. I don't mind getting painted, getting paint all over. I had an old prison inmate costume I had. I used that to paint where I was painting the room. Now, have a guess what crossing that's based off of Victorian Roundhouses. I know, and you probably know which one it's based off of. Not Macaulay Road's my favourite one. My first ever favourite because does not exist anymore. Guess which crossing that is based on? I'll tell you what it is if you don't know which crossing it is. I'm coming in there in a minute. Have a guess what crossing that is, what that is based off of. Due to the lockdown being, I couldn't film the last train through that crossing actually, what this one's based off of. It's annoying. What's it called? Mamunda Highway level crossing this is based off of. Not the one with the gates on it, with the overhead bit. Nowhere there used to be a sign, a big bush near where the bus station is, near the Leadale station. Now they're just crossing there. That's based on that. I'll show you on a video. Whoops. I'll show you which one. Should come up. Now I was lucky my mum had a camera back in early 2000s with old tapes. I need a pain to get the tape I'm getting today. Now see this crossing here? This one, that one in front of the sign was not what used to be there. That's what it's based on, but mine has LED lights. I'll show you the tapes. What I have to get the footage of, but the annoying thing is I've got another one of those old-fashioned 1990s style videotape cameras, the mini one, because it broke the other day one I had. So I'll buy another one. When I find where the tapes are, I'll show you what I'm talking, because no one uses tapes like this anymore. Now, these tapes here is what the crossings are on, and they're a pain to get them up on YouTube. You got to have the camera. Secondary, you need the special, what costs I think $75 for the device. Plugs this in, plugs into the computer. I'll be on here until I'll be about 1 hour in the stream. But I will show my old telephone collection, and I don't think my friend Jimmy will tune in here. But there's something well, a lot of people don't realise about 746. Every Sunday, no, not Sunday, Monday morning at 5 AM in the morning, Hayden, I watched my friend in England doing a stream on the ASH show that we do about phones. I watched them because I always show my phones. This is a UK phone. This came out of the UK, exactly from the UK. It takes about 1 month to get phones shipped over here to Australia from England. What's the funny thing is, about a quarter of this collection is come from the UK. That one there, and I think that one there came from out of the UK, and that one over there. They're the only 4 phones I've actually had shipped from the UK. I've actually got, which one is it? I've got that one, and that one in person. Picked them up in person in Australia. This one came off eBay in Australia. This one as well, and this one as well was in Australia. I picked them off of eBay. Now, my mum did send a few pictures to you on Instagram showing my next purchase is an old Ericsson England railway phone. Well, they were used here in Australia. They're still in use today, to be honest. I've not used one in person, but know how they exactly work. But this one's a bit unusual. A lot of people said 746s stamped 1969 like this one would never stamp with L or F on the base. But this is one, what says F on it? No, L on it. So this is a 746L. Okay, I got the message. I'll show you one here. This one is the same. I'm going to be storing this one. I picked this up and be storing this. This is 746L, but it's not stamped down. I'll show you another one what's commonly found in Australia, but not as common found in this part of Australia. But these phones here are railway. That's a railway one. It works. Let me move the dial over because I don't put my telephone number on there. Mum, can you pick up that operator phone, dial 101? You'll hear this go off in a sec. I'll actually balance against AC6 and dial the number and I'll come back. It's ringing. I'm on a PBX, so I can dial these internally, these phones. And that's picked up. That should clear the line when I hang up. That's on my Thai phone collection though. Got all my other phones in here. These are all Australian ones in here. The 800 series. 802s up there. 802s are these ones as well. These two here. These are 801s from the early 60s. Oh, 60s I should say. That's another GPO one I'm restoring, that grey one. That's a Magneto, it works. All these phones work basically. But bye Hayden, I hope I'll leave the stream up for a few minutes, see if my other friend tunes in, but bye Victorian Rail Heritage. Let's try not to mention your real name on here, but I keep forgetting not to mention your real name on here. I will probably block this stream after I've done it anyway. Nothing. But I'll leave the stream for a few more minutes. Bye, Victoria. I heard you. I'm leaving that for a few minutes. See if my friend will tune in, and then I'll end it probably back 1 o'clock, like I said. So I'll mute the mic now, and I'll leave the stream running. But no, I gone off. I don't know if anyone was tuning, but I just saw one on the indicator. Stop throwing all these plates everywhere. Whoever is tuned in, I'm going to have to live stream for another 20 minutes or so. If this is Jimmy Myers, you'll see my telephone in a second now. I won't show anything until I know who's actually on, because I'm not going to show my telephone to all my viewers, because I'm mainly into, no, something's gone off, into trains and all that. I don't know if anyone has tuning, because I noticed the one indicator is bobbing up and down, because some of us are in the chat, so I know the thing's working. I know Hayden was on, but not Hayden, Victoria Hedges was on. God, I'm not to say his wrong name on YouTube. Yeah, someone's definitely on. I can see the number 0 and 1 thing dropping up. I think this might be Jimmy, I'm not sure. But there's my UK telephones I have. I've got a few more. Like one. Let me just shut the telly off. There's something I can't show on YouTube on this program. I'm still unmuted. It's actually not my channel rated, and I'm not showing it. Now, we'll say something like Andy did in his stream. I can't see who's actually on here until they write in the chat, so I don't know who this is watching. I know it's got one on the thing. I do have over 458 subscribers on my channel. I don't know who this is. Jimmy's not a subscriber, but you can watch this on public. Because someone please watch me in charge. I don't know who this is. It might be Jimmy, I'm not sure. Well, I'll explain about this. I will explain something. If it is Jimmy, I will explain something first off. 746 is made in 1969. Do get stamped with 746L. I'll show you that in a sec. Just look at someone's off again. I'll come back to that in a minute. Underneath this one, this is a 746L. 746L DFM 746L 1969-1. Now, I don't use that phone. I leave it in my cupboard. That's not suntanned. Mute the mic for a few seconds. Now, I've been out all day, actually, only on the public transport system, the Film Commons and V-Line. I've got on YouTube a big video coming up. I'll probably do it maybe after the streaming thing. That's the Australian time. It's 1:45. It will be wrong now. Google does not change the clocks. 1:49 in the UK. PM. I know that because of the thing I'm looking at. It's backwards on mine, but it says 1:49 on the UK. Around. But I will show all my phones and mention what they are, and one of my very unusual phones. But I reckon I found the reason why. If Andy said if you watch this on the replay, I think this is why the N197B might be made for. The N197B, if people aren't aware, is very unusual, a very rare phone, and it's very, very unusual on the inside. It was built in 1964. Time 706s started to get the printed circuit boards. If my Aussie visit, I'm going to watch it after thing. Just type in 746s and look at the inside 746. You'll see what I'm talking about. I've got 700, not 746, 706. Type in GPO 706, and you'll probably see why. From the first issue 706 or rather was introduced, they didn't have a printed circuit board. They had a wired circuit board. And I'll put the phone second straight up. I'll open up the GPO Pro Boards website and I'll show you my pictures I put up on there. It's not going to be helpful after them on there. If anyone wonders how I look at pictures of me in locomotive cabs, I simply ask drivers if I can have a look. And then some drivers say yes, some say no. But I've been in a few different locomotives. I'd love to see in the side of cab of a Sprinter. That's what I'd really love to see, because I remember going to Sprinter when I was a kid on the Geelong line. No, not this. Now let me explain what I was trying to explain. Oh, I'm not logged in. Whoops. Andy shouldn't mind if I show this, hopefully. Someone's tuning in, I don't know who this is. But 706s originally had no printed circuit boards, they got things like that inside, and later ones had printed circuit boards. And once again, I pressed the wrong button. I would stream off the computer, but it's hard to do. But then later ones had printed circuit boards like this one, well, I do have. Those pictures are not 706, actually that one's that one, but I reckon what this N1970B is a prototype of printed circuit boards in 706s, because this is a clone of a 706. All you viewers who are going to watch this in the playback series, I know what clone means. Clone means private phone in England telephone world, and in modern world, clone means a copy of a phone in words. But this has a prototype printed circuit board, how they're not mounted in 706s. I reckon what this phone is, I'm not sure if I'm correct or not. This might be a prototype of a printed circuit board, and this how they were trying to fit a printed circuit board inside a 706. And obviously he leases this out because I've got it here. Because normally I don't issue the ones that don't get proved, don't go in public, I don't think. But this is a copy of printed circuit board, prototypes printed circuit board for 706. See how it would go. But obviously they changed the design because they went with that design. And if anyone wants to look at the form, it's called, I will mention Andy's jumping on my channel for someone else, but it's called gpo.proboards.com. I won't share the link on my video because I've asked Andy that first. I'm a part of the forum group, and if you want to post phones, you have to sign it up. I'm not going to count on there. Now, I will mention to people who watch this, there is clones of us, there is copies of 746 phones you can buy, well, replicas on eBay. And I've bought a copy phone once by accident. No, not by accident, I bought one on purpose to see how they look like. It was actually a 500. I almost got fooled out by a copy of a Western Electric 500 on when I was in the antique, so I saw it. I thought that might be a real one. It was not. It was a copy. Like I noticed it before I bought it. Not like my friend Andy did bought one when it wasn't a real 500 set. But the problem with these phones, I will mention, a lot of these phones don't accept. A lot of modern dictionaries don't accept pulse or what they call loop disconnect dialing. And I will end the stream because no one's going to come on. I'll just show you through these. Actually, I'll show them all when I end the stream. It's a GEC clone, this black one. .746 made in 1975. N197B 746. Oops, 1972 746L N1900. So that's E240, 1968 746L, N1002, another clone. Now I will mention just in the stream, Andy thought this one was a clone, but some telephones were on PABX or some GPO. So if you had a big department store for different zones, you called into a store, you'd go through to the thing would say go through to an operator, I believe. Then the operator connects you through the switchboard through the machine to the right zone. These ones says dial 9999 for police, fire and ambulance. And in for the exchange, I will show you one of my copies I made up. I'll say dial 000 because I'm on a PBX. When you have to dial the 0 for the exchange. Also, there's my weird telephone directory. It's not got the original papers inside. I just put my one in. Just put numbers in there. I'll cover half that number up so you can't see it. Got that only for $10 on eBay. That one free shipping. You're beginning for normally they sell at $30 to $40 on those. Now, Jim's helping watch the after stream of this. This is a project I'm working on. I got this off eBay for $5 free shipping. And no, the seller didn't know what it was. He said telephone base, no parts, and he didn't know what it was. I bought it, so I'm going to be reselling 746 in the near future. I do have a grey handset lying about. Actually, I do have an IV handset lying about. Well, I bought to use the transmitter out of because one of my transmitters on one of these phones was dodgy. I'll show you that handset. I just put a new microphone in it because it's used on as my train radio. I do have a viewer who works on the trains. It's not a real train radio, it's actually for my model railway radio. it's wired into my CB. When I press this button, I will talk up the holders on the ear. Like that. And press and hold the button down. Like this. One speed and let go and stop. The early radios and trains did have handsets. I showed one to Andy on the stream. He showed that in locomotives. Nowadays they use the thing called the ICE radio. And with the right radio, and I'm saying it's correct, you can hear like real locomotives on a radio for the right one. And you have to be on a special frequency to do it. For some funny reason, they've actually someone's actually put the frequencies on a website where you can find all the local frequencies of the railways. I have got the right radio for that frequency I use for CB. We can listen to any frequency you like, but I don't use it very often. I'm not even sure where I put it, to be honest. I won't show it because my viewers might get some ideas. And that I'll flip through one. That's my GEC clone of a 332, or maybe a real GEC phone for the public. This one is not a desk phone. And I'll put this back because I drop it on the floor. I've dropped this once and broken it, but luckily enough, it's still got all the original parts on it. Luckily enough, in Bunnings Warehouse, Australia, they still sell glue to fix Bakelite. I don't want to, but see there's a crack. I was able to repair the original switch hook for this and put it back together again with special Bakelite glue. I can't know what it's called, guys. Don't ask me what it is. Just, if you want to know what it is, you need to just contact Bunnings on the phone and ask them for glue that fixes Bakelite, and they'll give you what it's called. Victor Malhage is watching the replay. I forgot to mention something to you. This is the insert from my Westinghouse. See what you saw. Even this weighs a frigging ton, these do. They're really, really heavy. And these have plastic on them. This is plastic, not glass. It's already cracked. This is there, see, but a crack like that, it's not major damage. It didn't have the bulb assembly on it. That's why I put that bit of plywood with the light bulb behind it. This works great. And then, if you ever get one of these Hayden, I'm not Hayden, Victor Hayden. I keep forgetting not to mention a real number. I will copy plot this. If you're going to get one of these, you need to get 110 to 240 volt and 110 volt transformer. And when you do, don't wire it up yourself. Get your mum or dad to help you wire it up, because you can get a severe shock when this is on. I will mention how to wire one of these up on video. This is your 110 volts. Is it local 110 volts? It sits on the back. No, control is 110 volts at 1000 watts and 11 volts DC, but 12 volts DC doesn't hurt it. No, AC 12 volts you need, not DC. And you need to build a verse polarity circuit. If you want to know one of them, is just search up verse polarity switching with switches on YouTube, and it'll come up. There's no videos in Australia showing how one of these work. I'll probably do an in-depth video showing how one of these, but if you get one of these, don't wire it up yourself. You copy blow your house fuse up or do some damage to the insert, because you can damage these quite easily. I don't wire these directly through to the mains. I've built a little box out of an old telephone bell box set thing. My local friend helped me build. He used to be an old electrician. He helped me build this thing. So fuse wired through to this and through a switch. This blows if there's a short circuit, so it takes your house fuse and it'll blow that out, because you can trip the company fuse. This is the transformer. It's a bit pain to knock up, but what it has is a United States telephone socket on it. No, telephone socket. What I'm talking about, power socket. And I've done mine with relays. You can shock yourself if you're gonna get your mum to wire it up. Disconnect the incoming line voltage. Not line voltage, power voltage. What's this one right here? And put a multimeter set to 700 volts. I think it goes 1,000. No, 1,000 volts. No, not 1,000 volts. So I think 750 volts AC, and don't touch the metal. Is touch the plastic of the can. Doesn't touch them on there. So you get a reading on the voltage. That tells you if the power's dead. Because I have been shocked once by the 240 volts. It's not nice. This will be paid for as well. But these are very hard to wire up. It took me when I was at the Metropolitan Vickers, it took me 2 months. This only took me half a day to figure it out. This is clip on. Now they don't do 110 volt gated wire in Australia. You do 240 volts. Don't even worry about the wire if it's 240 volts. You won't even have to worry about it because it won't even reach its maximum voltage straight away. Best idea is it's contact a ceiling expert to figure one of them. Actually, they are a pain to figure out. I've done it. If you ever get one, Victoria, this mentioned my mum on the Instagram, and I'll send you this over. This is the diagram for one of those. I've labelled them out what it is. And when you're wiring them up, make sure you have a switch that turns on the 110 volts and you turn it on, and then when you put it back to stop position, it turns off the 110 volts. Because it can give you severe shock. The way this wires up, I will explain. Normally you would have 2 extra terminals on the back of this for the light bulb. Mine doesn't have that, but while you're wiring, you put the 12 volts there, AC for the reverse polarity, reverse phase between the switch from red to green, yellow to green. Then the 110 volt here. And on the back there'll be 2 terminals for the light bulb right there. But mine's just wires because I bodged that long, so I'm going to have a light bulb assembly for it. This is a 1974 Westinghouse Mackenzie and Hall. This one's dated that, actually stamped Westinghouse Mackenzie and Hall on it. Those Tyre Westinghouse stamped ones were 75 upwards. But I'll leave it for another few minutes and I'll end the stream. The Metropolitan Vickers one is in my Mackenzie and Hall housing. Don't do that. They're a bit silly putting them in there because they don't really fit too good in there. I won't let you into the secret how I got in there because it was pretty hard not to get it to short out. I actually have a bit of plywood at the back of the door to stop it from shorting on the back, to be honest. The 112 volt was actually for this. I took it off. It's going to be making a stand in the near future with this one. Now, what I've got these from, these are not, these are not, you can't buy these. You can't get them anymore. I got 4 of these trolleys for free off someone. I got 4 of these trolleys free from someone. One of my friends gave me them. 2 had telephone exchange testers on them. And 2. Someone like this, so please write the show who this is. I don't know if it's my friend. I will show my phones again because you missed it. If this is Jimmy, I'll re-save to my phones whoever this is. Just had to write in the checks. I don't know who this is, but what these are trolleys and telephone testers. I'm going to use them for a second purpose. I have no use for them, but born with me. There's one of the telephone testers was on top of one. Well, what we'll do, I will show something else. Well, I know who's in the chat now. I won't pronounce your channel. I'll probably get it mixed, pronounced wrong. He's one of my YouTube viewers, but not the one I was going to show the phones to. Now, I've been blocking a few YouTube people on my channel because there have been a few scammers going around for my channel. I've been blocking them off for good reasons. Now the live chat's disappeared. Where's the live gone? There it is. Let's go and check something here. Just checking something on these. Well. Sorry about I actually knocked the mic off for a minute and how I did that, but I'll have to figure all that one out. Just want to check, how do I do this? I'm going to check something out quickly. Now, I am being very glad you, who, watch so much. I've been having a few scammers watching, going in the, what do you call the thing, the comments. I've been removing a lot of the, I've had about 100 so far, I've been removing off the thing. And you gotta watch out, I know, because if you get a coloured circle with a letter in the middle on the comments with the same letter every time, just remove them straight away from the channel, because they've been coming on my leaving comments a lot. I've not answered back about a lot of rude comments. I'm not replying back. I just remove them straight away. I've blocked about so many in the past. I thought they were Gundles of the first off, but I realised they're not, so that's why I removed them straight away. But that's my lift pal. I will say where I got them from. I got them all for free, to be honest. From discontinued lifts. When they were removed by the companies to replace with new ones. It came from the cable building Geelong. I got them for free from the lift engineers. And I replaced John's Perry with new ones. Sadly, the ones in Melbourne got removed very recently, this year. I noticed in 2 John Perry lifts. No, Johnson Waygood lifts and 1 John's Perry. Johnson Waygood lifts, John's Perry are from the same company, but they were just renamed. Now, there's very rare lifts you will find in Australia. I found a pair of them. Is Dover lifts in Australia. For the American Dover lift company lifts you find. I actually found some. They did have the original Dover controllers on, but the problem was it was a bit modernised. I knew it was Dover because when you have the voice come on saying going down, it said it twice, and I had to go ding, ding when they go down. I heard it say going, it would go going down twice. It was in cadence with the code. I think it was modernised Dovers. I'll give it another 8 minutes. I'm going to be in the show 50 minutes. Viewers watching this, there will be a video coming soon of my Crossing Bells Win Crossway. There was a stream before that. I have uploaded the stream as a replay video. And this one's right on the wall. I was just staying up there. It's got 2 screws. If I say 3, but I only got 2. This is wide and working. I do have a few World War II gas masks because this is watch my channel. I haven't done the gas mask video. No, it's going to be pretty difficult for me to get gas masks now in Australia because the local surplus store near me in Melbourne, gas masks was actually closed down due to the lockdown we had. So they closed down. The last gas mask got through Russian due before with big coffee can fillers. And the white one. They came with black ones. I just put one of the black ones on the things. Viewers, when you watch this back and I turn the stream off, don't ever wear Russian masks. World War II, any World War II mask made in UK, America, or Russia. I do contain asbestos filters. I won't go through which ones are safe to wear, but I wouldn't even wear if they didn't have asbestos either. These ones here have asbestos, except this one. This one does, some of them do. The Mark IVs have asbestos. That one has asbestos. I'll take that picture down. You just got to be going bloody going nuts with this when I show this. There, be careful when I show you. I do have Schwartz stickers on certain things out here. Maybe those aren't, because I made these armbands and they got Schwartz stickers on there. Cover those up. Now you're not allowed to show German flags in Australia where I live. It's they've both actually been banned, but nothing said, nothing what the government said about Schwartz stickers being on World War II items or not. I didn't hear them say banning World War II items with Schwartz stickers. I've contacted my local police station and asked them this. They said it was fine to own World War II items with the Schwartz sticker symbol, but World War II flags you can own as well, but displaying them is illegal in this country. Our Premier mentioned something about on the thing on Carbox. So some idiots display some Schwartz sticker flags up on mobile phone masts and above their house in Melbourne, Victoria, I think it was, or wherever it was. But yeah, allowed to own this. Even if this is not a Schwartz sticker, this is not illegal to own. It's actually fine to own this. Now, these ones have asbestos. I bought these for years. I never even used them. I haven't even breathed through them once. I even wore these mask filters will breathe through them once. So when I breathe through a mask, I always put a modern filter on. Pro 2000 filters are the best ones to get. That we fit on Goss filter masks. And I think... typical. When it's on the iPhone, I'll plug them into the charger. I'm going to cut the stream off soon, guys. The battery's running out. But the other mask in the UK is not safe as in this bag, the Mark General Service Mark 5. Now, this goes for British, American, German respirators. Everything made after 1950 was safe without... Hang on. Yeah, I think it was 1960. It's either 1950 or 1960. I feel 1960 to be honest. No mask after 1960 had asbestos. Whatever his name was on YouTube, I think Weapon Man, something, whatever his thing is mentioned it. I can't remember what exact year he said it was. I think it was 1960. I can't exactly remember. Now, I will mention this to telephone viewers. Some telephones, and I don't know which ones do have asbestos isolators in them. I will say this. I'll probably do a video on my telephone channel explaining that. If anyone's watching, my telephone channel name is Christopher 2000 Telephone Channel. And that one's made for the phones. I will be airing out railway phones on this channel. This for telephones back from the railways. But this one was aired on my channel because this is a railway telephone. I'll show you something, guys. Oh, I'm just going to end the stream, guys, because I've got a thing on my iPhone saying the batteries are below 10%. I'll end the stream now.